was the one guy they were missing. Jordan Poole, 3 great games in a row, Kalena. 31, 26, and 25 tonight in 30 minutes. And man, is he just looking very comfortable and very relaxed.
Stringing games together. Back to back to back to back. And I just love the way he started the game. Getting inside first and then working his way back out. But getting to the free throw line. All those talks with Andre Iguodala paid off.
Well, we're going to get a headset on Jordan. And we're going to tease him right off the bat. 9 free throws. Come on now.
You did it!
Andre was taunting you to get to the foul line. And 9, you had shot 8 all season. Was that intentional or just you attacking perfectly tonight?
I would like to think that I was making the same plays that I made the last couple games driving to the basket. Luckily, we were able to get some calls to go our way earlier on, and it kind of opened up our offense.
What was the adjustment at halftime? What was said? Because obviously the fouls were kind of an issue, and they were putting a lot of pressure on your defense, and you guys were having some foul trouble issues. So what was said at halftime to kind of slow down the fouling, make sure you're not using your hands too much and just move your feet?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. We knew that we were giving up a lot of free throws. I want to say we gave up 15 free throws in the first quarter. Way too many, maybe first half, but we just had to stop fouling, make them make tough shots. We're a really good defensive team. And as soon as we did that, we were able to kind of regain the lead and kind of take it from there.
All right, now we see that smile, and you're very serious in your media stuff, but I just want to know how rewarding it is when you have 31, 26, 25, all that hard work to see it pay off in these games, Jordan. This is the best you've ever played. You're just showing us something different almost every night.
Yeah, it feels good, but the thing about the NBA is you got to come back and do it night after night after night after night, and that's what makes Steph so special. That's what makes Clay so special. Draymond. So it feels good. We're getting wins right now. We got a really good streak going, and anything that I can do to help our team win, I'm gonna go out there every night and try to do that.
Speaking of Steph and Clay and Draymond and these Hall of Fame players, we're seeing a lot of clips of Steph either talking to Juan Toscano, talking to you, Draymond, the same thing. So how much are you soaking up as far as knowledge from those guys, and how much are you asking questions, and how much is it benefiting your game?
It's huge. It's huge. You got some of the best teachers in the world, some of the best teachers in the league, and I'm going to ask as many questions as I can. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, being able to pick these guys' brain, from Andre to Draymond to Clay to Steph, and so on and so forth. There's so much basketball knowledge, so much experience, and I'm here. I'm excited. And, I guess, got to ask the questions. That's the only way you get the answer. So I'm just thankful and appreciative that these guys are so willing to give me advice and really try to help me, perfect my game.
We've had fun with Gary Payton, too, on this homestand. When you're subbed out and you're watching him, you're playing with him a lot, too. But the bounce this guy has at 6'3", and some of the lob finishes, just as someone who appreciates basketball, how much of a kick is the bench having watching GP2 slam a couple of these in?
Yeah, man, it's absolutely amazing. We got a lot of high flyers in the team. We got Juan, Wiggs, and GP, but we joke around and say that he's a 4-man. He's our 4-man at 6'2", but he's just an athlete, and he's such a crucial part to our team, offensively, defensively, and being able to go see one of our guards go out there and catch a body or make a big-time play above the rim is huge, not only for our morale, but for our confidence, and it gets Chase Center going, and credit to GP, man.
I was talking to Coach Mike Brown about you, and we were talking about how you look so much quicker this year. But not only that, but you know how to use it better, and find openings in the defense and find those angles that you use so well you can get to the rim. So how much is that from you swiping that key card a ton this summer, or is it more just experience and playing in more games and you just gain that knowledge from the playing?
Experience. It normally comes with different coverages, or if I see something different, I got to find a way to adjust. And I think the fundamentals and the basic and the groundwork was just finding ways to get my first step faster and feel good comfortably, especially just because I have the freedom to run around on the offensive end a little bit, get my conditioning right. But just got a little bit older, a little bit faster, a little bit stronger. I think they say you don't stop growing until you're 27, so Still waiting for a couple of years.
Hey, Jordan, thanks for stopping. We know you have a game tomorrow night. Keep it rolling. We appreciate you taking the time.
Problem. Appreciate you having me.
Good work, brother.
All right. That is Jordan Poole, who is really putting it together. 31 to 26 to 25. A little serious in the
Porter Jr. being in his third season, it sort of reminds me of some of the things that Steve Kerr said about Jordan Poole in his third season. You know, give guys a chance to develop. You throw them into the fire, you know, maybe they need a little bit of confidence help. They have to figure it out. And now you see which guys are ready to be a leader, like Jordan Poole. He had to figure it out. Now you can see his passes are good. His shot selection is a lot better. So again, I feel like it's an opportunity to blossom for some of these young folks.
Oh yeah, and I think so many people have the mindset of the microwave results. They want things to happen right away.
Now.
So it doesn't work like that. And I'm one of those guys that had to develop for 2 years before I was able to get out there on the court. Thank God I was on a team with a bunch of veterans where, you know, I wasn't rushed to get those results. So I was able to take my time. I was able to learn the NBA game. And then when I got out there, I felt comfortable. So these guys have come along.
Yeah, and it's interesting you should mention that you had a chance to warm up yourself. You didn't have to be the instant impact guy. Jalen Green is kind of in that position where he needs to make the instant impact, the Rockets' #2 pick. Their shooting guard, 19 years old tonight, kind of maybe a homecoming for him because he played for that G League Ignite team in Walnut Creek. He's from San Joaquin Valley. Also, we got to give a shout out to Filipino Heritage Night. Yeah. Jalen Green has that in his background as well. All right, Darrell, when you were such a high draft pick, #1, by the way. What was it like when you first came into the league, not just playing in those games, but being wide-eyed and getting used to the NBA lifestyle?
Man, it was tough. It was tough. Just the travel, the practices, the film sessions, the recovery, the list goes on, the weightlifting. So I think it was just tough with just understanding you know, getting that routine. So once I got the routine down, I was good.
Yeah, being a professional, you know. I think they have a little bit of a jump start, right? Jalen Green got to play on the Ignite team, which is the G League team where you come out of high school and you get exposed to the professional lifestyle. And being in that I think it's good for them on one hand because they get to understand. It's kind of like a little, you know, like a little stepping stool.
Like a little taste.
Yeah. So you can see him, but the way he's playing with the confidence that he's playing with right now, that he is there. You know, he's ready to take that next level.
The Rockets see him as the future. He is 19 years old and still to come. A closer look at Jalen Green's G League teammate. You mentioned it, Jonathan Kuminga, like Festus J. Kemp, water impact player. Andre collected 10 assists off the bench in Friday's win over the Pelicans. He is the first Warrior to do that since... What, guys? Andre Iguodala in 2017. Wow. And for more on one of Dub Nation's favorite players, let's welcome in Monty Poole via WebEx by Cisco. And Monty, we know Andre is not playing tonight because it's the first game of a back-to-back. Want to make sure he can go the distance this season. But Steve Kerr said this is the guy who pulls it all together. Why is it so valuable to have Monty back on this roster?
Well, you look at Andre, he's one of those guys. Every good team has a guy you look at and say, okay, if things go a little haywire, we can call on him. In other words, the defense gets a little sloppy, he goes in and he tightens it up. If the ball starts to stick, he goes in and he lubricates things and the offense starts moving.